For the first time in our club's history, we're in a Premier League title race. And to think 6 years ago, we were in EFL League 2, an irrelevant club. We barely had the money to sign a proper manager. Our best players kept on leaving. We had so many financial issues. But despite that, here we are in the Premier League with Pep Guardiola as our manager, competing head-to-head against the likes of Arsenal, Spurs. And this genuinely looks like the season we could become champions of England. Especially if in the January transfer window we can improve our team a little bit more. Pep Guardiola has already been spending a lot of time planning potential transfers. Sadly though, we have a bit of a problem. We've been served a notice from UEFA that our club is being investigated for FFP breaches. Now this makes absolute no sense. If you look at all the transfers we've made, we've barely gone overboard. In fact, we're a teeny tiny club that's had to really use their money efficiently. There's no flipping way that we've breached FFP guidelines. And now everything makes sense. Pablo Gonzalo has been spotted having a meeting with the UEFA president. This guy is just an unbelievable hater. He's currently the manager of Leicester City, our biggest rivals, and literally his sole purpose is to try and ruin our club. You bet he's found some sort of a financial irregularity during his time at our club. Yes, who can forget Pablo Gonzalo was once our manager, but now he's our hater. And I think because his Leicester team have completely flopped this season, they're trying to bring us down by any means necessary. The good thing is, we have our accountant, Wang Haijian. He's also my quant, and he never gets his numbers wrong. He's giving me the complete confidence that we have not breached FFP, and that's why we're immediately filing an appeal. The problem is the appeal takes anywhere from 1 to 3 months, and this is bad because while we're under appeal, we're still not going to be allowed to make transfers. And I really don't want to be the one breaking this news to Pep because he's already been planning what signings the team needs. But as things stand, until there's an outcome for the appeal, we're not going to be able to make any transfers. So right now, whatever plan Leicester City and Pablo Gonzalo have conjured up, it's working. The thing that is in our hands right now is to beat Leicester City on the pitch, and now I'm even more desperate to pull that off. And by the way, before this game, we gotta give Nicholas Hart the Player of the Episode award, and it's gonna be right in time as he faces his parents' club. But yeah, last episode, when the team was kind of in turmoil, the players weren't ready to back Pep Guardiola. It was Nicholas who stepped up, said that he was gonna back the manager, and then performed on the pitch as well. That's what kind of got this squad united again, and that is why here we are challenging for the Premier League title. For that, we're giving Nicholas the first touch play style, and I'm really hoping he puts that to use against his parents' club. I wonder how they feel right now that Nicholas is leading S2G FC towards a Premier League title. You bet they're gonna try and pull some sort of a stunt. And I see the run being made by Nicholas. It would be perfect if he can score. No, that was a good challenge from Leicester. And oh, they've got players like Nico Paz. What a ball. That is for El Canoes as Leicester have taken the lead. The Hart family look delighted in the stands. I feel like maybe coming under FFP scrutiny has affected the squad even a little bit, because all the talk for the build-up towards this game has just been that. But yeah, that is not an excuse for a team that's competing for a Premier League trophy to back down. We've got to put a fight. Okay, we're going to need Kane here, who's been really good lately. Oh, that's a bad challenge on Kane. Of course, it's going to be a yellow. Now, Kane is stepping up to take this free kick. By the way, Harry is on 246 goals. He's getting closer to breaking that record, man. You never know with this free kick what he can do. Here goes Kane. Strikes it well, but above the crossbar. And there's Pep Guardiola. One thing we need to say, that's the second club he's gone to now that have been under FFP scrutiny.
I'm so happy, believe me.
Kane. Oh, good bit of build-up plays. He looks for Sykes, and here we go. On the charge, looking for Bullock. There's a bit of space opening up there for Rodri Mendoza. There's the goal. Right before halftime, we level things. Okay, we can't let João Pedro score. Good bit of defending. Now we need to stay calm and composed. In, of course, the build-up we are. And now we can drive the ball forward with Charlie Patino playing it out wide. I see a bit of movement here from Kane as well. This is one of the best counterattacks we've produced, but Kane needs to bring the ball back. Maybe finding an angle to shoot. Oh, it gets blocked. One thing with Kane, on the counterattack, we are a bit redundant. But hey, at the same time, he scores so many goals that that's a compromise we're, I think, willing to make. Here's Patino. Now looking for Kane, who's trying to hold up the play. Does well. Looking for Nicholas Hart. Oh, gets challenged. Rodri Mendoza looking for Nicholas Hart. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. He goes for goal, and he scores against his parents' club. That is the response for Nicholas Hart as he's driving us to a Premier League title. Hart Sr. is absolutely fuming in the stands. Oh, but I guess he's going to be happy now because we end up conceding right after. I can't lie. The quality that Leicester have, I don't know what's Pablo Gonzalo doing there. Because, man, they've got João Pedro, Nico Paz, Giuliano Simeone as well. But I feel like we're now under tremendous pressure. We're struggling to defend. Good job, Kwashi. As on the break, maybe we could do something. Kane and Bullock link up really nicely. As here we go. Scotty Bullock. He's going to lay this one off for Nicholas Hart. No! Okay, wait, he still has the ball. He still has the ball. And he manages to finish. I thought the attack was gone. But the presence of mind from Nicholas to keep going. He's just scored a brace. Full time, and I cannot stress enough just how big this result is for the title race. We keep winning, even though Leicester have sabotaged us with an FFP investigation. On the pitch, we're still getting the job done. Now, after the game in the tunnel, James Hart met his son Nicholas, and it was a huge back and forth conversation. And what's crazy is that James Hart actually apologized to his son. And he also made him an offer. Join Leicester City and the team will be built around you. We'll win the Premier League together and you'll earn my respect again. Now, upon finally having his father apologize to him, it kind of moved Nicholas to tears. Because all his life, that's all he wanted. Approval from his parents. That he's doing good, that he's doing the right thing. And that's why for a second he was tempted to make amends with his family. Maybe going to Leicester, their family will be whole again. But then he remembered what kind of a leech James Hart is. The minute Nicholas made one mistake all those years ago, missing a penalty, what did his father do? Remove him from the company, disown him. Everything with his parents was just conditional. And now that Nicholas is on the up, he's gonna try and win the Premier League. They want a piece of that, so absolutely not. Nicholas wants nothing to do with them. He rejects his father's offer, and that left him fuming. I do feel like Leicester gonna pull something soon. But for now, Nicholas is one of our own, and he's in this fight with us. And oh boy, what a fight this is turning out to be. Same points as Spurs now, 2 points behind Arsenal. We gotta keep this up. Meanwhile, we do play Liverpool in the Premier League, which is gonna be a real challenge, boys. But they're not in the title race this season. They're 7th. Maybe that's something we can take advantage of and pick up the 3 points here. Because yeah, these are the kind of games we're gonna need to win if we want to be champions. There's Kane now playing out wide somehow as he tries to bring the ball inwards. Can he play a cutback in? He can. And there's Rodri Mendoza making the run. Remember how we were criticizing him at the start? Because he wasn't controlling the midfield, this and that. He's of course doing the job in the midfield, but now he's also making these runs in the box. Oh, look. Waiting for Kane to make the run. That was a lovely pass. Harry Kane. Oh, what a volley. That is goal number 247 in the Premier League. He just needs 13 more to equal Alan Shearer. Oh, a bit of a challenging position to be in. We do concede, so Liverpool aren't out of this game. I don't want any funny business in this game. We need the 3 points. I know Pep has a bit of a rough record against Liverpool. I feel like we're really having to grind out results right now, and it's proven to be problematic. But Kwashi, man, he keeps getting it done at the back. But oh no, this is bad as Kamada for Liverpool going through. It's a big task here for Konsa. Brilliant defending. I feel like our defense has just won us this game because now on the counter-attack, we could possibly score another goal. Bullock looking for the ball. Kane, one touch. Oh, come on, Kane. I feel like that could end up costing him breaking that record. But hey, still, we get the win against Liverpool. We'll take the 3 points. And I actually can't believe it, boys. As things stand, halfway through the season, S2GFC is top of the Premier League. Yes, Arsenal do have a game in hand, but still, where we are right now and what we've achieved, I feel is tremendous. But yes, I do know we need to stay calm because we're still a trophyless club. Every time we've got to a final, we've bottled it. But I am starting to feel with Pep Guardiola, this time could be different. Now, we are in the January transfer window with almost 30 million in the bank, and Pep wanted to have a meeting with me to discuss transfers. But of course, I had to tell him that the club is still appealing the FFP decision, and that means there's nothing we can do signings-wise. He was absolutely fuming upon hearing that. Pep actually wants us to bring another midfielder or defender, at least one of those positions strengthened. Honestly, I feel like a midfielder would be better, especially more of an attacking player who can create chances, because I feel like Kwashi is doing a proper job at the back. But yeah, for that, we need this FFP stuff to get away so we can make the transfer. There is still about a month in January. I'm hoping in like the next couple of weeks, this issue gets sorted out. Now, hang on a second, guys. We might not need another midfielder because I just converted Albie Norman to a centre mid. He was a CDM before because remember, under Frank Lampard, that was the position he used to play. But now for Pep, he can play a bit further up because we're playing in a 4-3-3. But yeah, because of the change in position, he's up to an 82. But it gets even better for Brandon Neal because he's up to an 83. Maybe we don't need a new signing because Brandon Neal, now 83 overall, really balanced stats, could do a job in that midfield. I guess since we are dealing with these FFP shenanigans, we're just gonna have to make compromises work. And here we go, facing Aston Villa. I think we're in great momentum right now, top of the league as well, so we've got to keep that going. Let's keep keep winning. And behind the scenes, by the way, I'm trying everything to figure out what we can do to get this appeal fast track, because we've done nothing wrong. Okay, but we are going to have to do a bit of defending here. Unai Simon, good save. Moving the ball around nicely. And Harry Kane, if he can turn his man, which he's really good at. And there's the finish. Goal number 248 for Kane. Oh, and again, he's gone through. Could be another goal here for Harry Kane. Makes it count. 249. Can I just say, Brandon Neal has been electric in the midfield. Looking for options. Finds Kane. Now Nico O'Reilly out wide, who could maybe even shoot. Goes for goal, but it gets blocked. Oh, but now we're trying to get that Harry Kane hat-trick. We should be able to get it. We do. 250 Premier League goals for Harry Kane. He's only 10 behind Alan Shearer. And we've absolutely destroyed Aston Villa. The form we're in. Okay, now we've got to take a bit of a break from the Premier League because we've got an FA Cup game where we are going to rotate the squad considerably. I can't believe it, man. How did we get knocked out? Harrogate down that too. That's kind of embarrassing for our second team. To be honest, maybe we don't need the distraction of the FA Cup. Taking on Arsenal in itself is going to be a big challenge. And also, don't forget the Europa League. After 6 games, we're in a position where there's easily a chance we could get knocked out. And getting knocked out would be catastrophic. One of the biggest embarrassments in the club's history. To be fair, we've actually suffered quite a few humiliations so far. Now, Pep continues the tradition of using second team players in, of course, the Europa League. The likes of Gallardo, Avila, even Luka Gigante in goal. But that is not an excuse, boys. 32 teams take part in the Europa League. Surely we can at least finish top 24. Facing a bit of difficulties at the start and we concede. Bro, I don't think we're going to make it out of the league phase. If we lose this game, it's just going to be impossible. Rodri Mendoza, I'm waiting for Park Ji-soo's run. Finding Nicholas Hart, opening up some space. Oh, lovely finish. Oh, and this is bad as we concede again. Gotta say, in Europe, our defense just seems to fall flat. Maybe if we can get the FFP stuff sorted, we can actually sign a centre-back. That might be what this team needs. Oh, Brandon Neal is breaking through as he sees Avila. And now Gallardo in the box. Come on! If that was Harry Kane, you know it would be in the back of the net. Oh, this is a dangerous situation. Good challenge from Kwashi. We needed that. As we also see Avila making a run. And here he goes, the Spaniard breaking through. Brilliant bit of dribbling and he gets the finish as well. Oh, Gallardo. Lovely ball for Rodri Mendoza. There's the goal we needed. And that is where the Gallardo false nine experiment really works. Ignacio Avila really just keeps getting better, bro. Look at him cut inside, finding space, going for goal. That was magical. I have a feeling that this boy is soon going to start demanding to be a starter because he is him. Massive results secured against Fiorentina. And by the way, we followed that up with a big win against Norwich where Kane did score. So he's on 251 Premier League goals. Now, okay, we're in a much better spot in the Europa League, 17, but we're like 1 defeat away from being kicked out of the top 24. But you know what? I'm confident the likes of Avila and Gallardo will get things done for us. Oh, and right now, Sykes looking for the cutback. Avila in the box. I told you. Gallardo in a bit of space. Looking to open things up. Still Gallardo, it's a brilliant run. He couldn't get the shot off, man. That was superb. Oh, Gallardo, lovely chip ball for Brandon Neal, who controls it so well. And oh, come on. Gotta be finishing chances like that. Now that we're in the league phase, I guess it's fine. But in the knockouts, we have to take opportunities like that. Gallardo breaking through. He can't be caught up. Can he finish as well? Yes, he can. False 9, Guillermo Gallardo gets it done. And that's a relief that the Europa League group stages are done. And we end up finishing 12th. Yes, we're gonna have to go through the playoffs, but at least we do progress to the next round. And don't forget, for making it to the next round in the Europa League, UEFA is supposed to give us 5 million for, of course, the broadcast revenue. But wait, they've held up this money. Until our FFP appeal is sorted out, they're not gonna be dishing us out any revenue. Nah, bro, that is crazy. And we're already on transfer deadline day. Pep really wanted me to sign another midfielder, preferably to replace Patino, because he feels the team needs better. Hold up. Apparently there's something really fishy happening at our training ground. Albie Normand, while warming up before training, saw someone hiding behind the trees with the binoculars. Unknown man spotted filming S2GFC training session. No flipping way, bro. That is not an unknown man. It's Pablo Gonzalo. This is like our version of Spygate. And you know what happened to the club that did this? Southampton literally got kicked out of the playoffs. If we file a complaint against Pablo and Leicester, they might just get banned from the Premier League and relegated down. down. But okay, wait, you know what? I could maybe use this in my favor. You see, if Leicester take back the complaint they filed with UEFA, the entire case goes away. I'm gonna be free. We'll be allowed to make signings. We could use this situation, barter it with Leicester, and go away scot-free. Or we could avoid making any signings this season and just watch Leicester City get relegated to the championship. Because yeah, if we file a complaint here, it is gonna go down in our favor. But you know what? I'd rather have Leicester City be there, watching our success, watching the Hart family get angry, watching Nicholas win the Premier League title over them. And that's why I'm making a call right now to the owners of Leicester City, James Hart. They were shocked at what Pablo has been doing. But yup, once I threatened them with this, they instantly pulled out all those FFP investigations. They were all a lie anyways. And now, guys, we just got the money from UEFA. We're up to 34.6 million. And I had a quick emergency meeting with Pep, and he's made his decision. He wants me to upgrade that midfield. And I think the only way we can do it is by maybe trading away Patino. We've only got 10 hours to figure something out. So yeah, we better get to work. And okay, we sent the club's assistant manager Sebastian Finch on a bit of a scouting project, and he's brought us 5 players that could really fit into Pep Guardiola's system. All of these players have decent passing and also an eye for goal. Now we got Joe Bellingham. Okay, he's probably the worst passer among all these players, but he's a bit of a more defensive option as well. And I think he's the cheapest player here too, but I'd prefer to get someone like Mayulu. Got a lot of pace, he's press proven, 94 dribbling for a centre mid. That is insane, and he can also play as a striker, which means he is going to have a good eye for goal when he gets into those positions. Only problem is this is virtually going to be impossible to sign. He's valued at 67 million. I'm still going to try though, because if we put in Charlie Patino in the swap deal, is it then maybe possible? Yeah, it's not working. They don't even want Patino. Looks like Mayulu is getting kicked out of our shortlist. Now, Quinton Timber is a player I really like. He's a bit older, 29, but 85 overall. And I like his stats a lot, especially those high passing stats. Milambo is also a similar Dutch player, but of course a lot younger. These two are really good options now. Then there's also the Man City boy Sven Nipan. Pep has probably seen him quite often in training during his Man City days. But again, it's going to be the same problem where we just can't afford him. I also don't think Man City will want Charlie Patino. Actually, they will, but they want a lot more cash as well. It's not happening. We just don't have the funds. Don't forget, guys, we're still like a Europa League club. Had to deal with all these stupid FFP allegations. And I just don't get this, man. Leicester City saw us struggle like this for every signing, and they still tried to get us for FFP. How stupid could they be? I feel like right now we're gonna have to choose between Quinton Timber, who I think is the brother of Julian Timber, the right back who plays for Arsenal. But yeah, I think he might be the best option here.
Sometimes my genius is... it's almost frightening.
I know Joe Bellingham is younger, so is Milambo, but I think Quinton Timber really fits our project. Now, it all depends if we can put Charlie Patino in a swap deal here. Chuck in like maybe 25 million. And okay, they're willing to accept it at 35, which means a deal could be struck if we're creative. I'm countering with 28 million to see if we can maybe work out something. And okay, they're getting the fee down. It's working. I also need money to pay his wages, so I can't really use up all my cash. So we're countering with 29, and they're willing to work for it. Although I am kind of having second thoughts, because Patino has been so good for us. Who remembers his debut goal, man? That moment was iconic. At the same time, he is 27. I don't really see him grow all that much. In fact, Albie Normand and Brandon Neal through sheer training have all gotten better than him. And so I do feel like the correct decision is to sign Quinton Timber. We've right now got Pep Guardiola handling the contract negotiations, and looks like it's all gone smoothly. And so on deadline day, despite all the FFP stuff, we do end up strengthening our team. Welcome to S2GFC Quinton Timber. And with that, boys, the transfer window shuts. And for this title race, this is the team we've got. Timber in the midfield, Mendoza, Mark Bernal. I feel like it's the midfield that can win us the title because this looks really strong. Now, we're still the ones chasing Arsenal, though. And we do have a really tough fixture coming up against Spurs. They're, by the way, third in the Premier League. They probably want to try and get into this title race. But yeah, we've got Timber making his debut. Let's see what kind of an addition he's going to be for this team. And see, already Timber is making those forward runs that we want as he plays the ball for Harry Kane. Yo, that's got to be a red card. He would be completely through. Wait, the ref gave nothing? Are you actually joking?
Hey, he's not disgraced. He's not disgraced.
Regardless, it seems like Nicholas Hart wants to step up for this free kick. And honestly, if he can get this one up and over, you just never know. And it's decent, but just above the crossbar. What I'm annoyed is that Spurs didn't get a red card for that. Oh, but Kane, this time he wants revenge. He wants his goal. Harry Kane stopped by Karnaseki. Oh, is it Quinton Timber coming forward to get the ball here? Could maybe look for a delivery into the box. It's not bad at all. We couldn't attack it. Uh-oh, we've been caught for pace here as Matthew Estelle breaks through and Spurs take the lead. Is the team getting cold feet now that we are in a Premier League title race? Because it certainly feels like that. We've been in electric form up until this point, but now that everybody knows we're just a couple of points off, we're noticing missed chances, loose balls. I think we're going to need Quinton Timber to be the one driving the ball forward as he plays that one through for Kane, who's kept himself onside. Harry Kane gets the goal, the equalizer. Goal number 252 in the Premier League now. Come on now, the spaces are opening up, and when spaces open up, Nicholas Hart thrives. Here he goes, trying to get 1v1. Can he finish though? The angle is tough, but not for Nicholas Hart. There's a reason why this season we're in the title race. Also, can I just say how impressive Quinton Timber has been in the midfield, driving it forward. And it could result in another attack for us as Harry Kane is through. Could be another goal for him. No, he puts it wide. He's just 8 goals away from breaking Shearer's record. Those should be going in. Full time, and this was an ugly game, but we'll take the 3 points. Meanwhile, guys, we've now got to take a break from the Premier League and focus on the Europa League. I would have really avoided being in the playoffs, man. But since we finished 12th, we are going to have to get through Bodo Glimt. Also, in the Europa League, we know the gaffer's been changing up the team. Gallardo plays as a false 9. That's going to continue. I do feel like we should take the Europa League seriously, even though we're in a Prem title race. Because every round we get through, that's a cheeky 5 million being added onto our budget. It could be huge next season if we can maybe get to the final or even win it. I do feel like, though, in the Europa League, we often underestimate our teams, and we're not making the same mistake here. We're prepared for this game. Gallardo is prepared for this game as he's broken through. Left foot. How is the keeper saved that? Okay, but he's coming forward to collect the ball. Gets it back here for Mark Bernal, who's found some space here. Couldn't get the shot off. Gallardo looking for Lister, who's made the run. He's a right back. What's he doing there? Gallardo looking to open things up. Brandon Neal now sees the run of Avila. I think he's kept himself on. No. Oh, but Gallardo and Albi. Norman linking up nicely. Surely this is his chance. Norman breaking through. There's the finish. Look at him celebrate. You bet he's excited to have a croissant post-game. And now we're sending Avila through on goal, who's desperate to maybe score in this game as he cuts inside, holds on to the ball, finds space, simple goal. I'm telling you, boys, Avila has been playing so well, probably even better than Bullock. I have a feeling soon we're going to have to make a decision to make Avila a starter. Hey, that's going to be Pep's call, but for now, we're enjoying this victory against Bodo Glimt. Meanwhile, in the second leg, we managed to hold on to a 1-1 draw. But yup, that does mean we're through to the round of 16, and our budget goes from 4.4 million straight to 9.4 million. And then it could be really useful next season. Now in the Premier League, we've got just 11 games to go, and we're third right now. We've dropped off, but actually we've got a game in hand, which if we win, we go top of the league along with Arsenal. Also, Man City coming back into this title race is annoying. Chelsea isn't far off. This could be incredibly difficult for us to win. And the fact that we've never won a trophy before. But I think we just got to give it everything. Also, wait a minute. Harry Kane has scheduled a press conference. He says that he's got a big announcement to make. What could this be about?